Hi and welcome to my channel. So the UK carer visa saga keeps getting worse by the day, and I think it is so unfortunate with everything that is going on because the UK government is on a deportation spree when it comes to overseas carers. And so in today's video, I'm going to be telling you what is happening, that carers are being deported out of the UK. And as we speak, there are hundreds and thousands of carers in the UK that have received deportation notices and are still hanging around. You know what I mean? So what is really going on, like I say, is very unfortunate. And if you're watching this video and you're not doing these things properly, then it is a shame. But the plan is that, and the hope obviously is that if you're watching my videos, then you're going to be doing everything as it should be done and you're not going to get into any of these situations. But in case you do, then at least you're aware of what you should be doing. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate your time. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, join the family now. Hit the subscribe button so you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here. Look, there's one of the carers that I know that went back home. As she was returning, she wasn't allowed to get into the UK. They were like, look, your sponsor's license has been revoked. We sent you a letter and nothing has happened. So you cannot get into the UK because you don't have a legit UK visa. And she was like, I do, and this and that. Look, let me not tell you how everything ended with her. But I have a free newsletter. If you check the comment section below, once you join the newsletter, it's completely free. I send information about updates such as what I'm sharing in today's video directly to your inbox. So you're not reliant on the Yo-Yo YouTube algorithm for such vital information for your personal and professional growth. So my newsletter and this channel, obviously, I share information about free visa sponsorship opportunities so that if you're wanting to move to the UK or you're already in the UK looking to switch, whether it's from a student visa or you're just switching your, sponsors, then you know how to proceed, what to do, how to look for those jobs. And I know that it is the how that I focus on. And I know that that's what many people are not interested in. People are always looking out for, oh my God, here is a link to apply. But let me tell you, if you have links to apply for jobs and you don't know how to apply for those jobs, it's going to lead to nothing. You're going to be applying for a very long period of time with no positive feedback. What you need to learn is the how. And like I'm saying, this is the content that people are not interested in. If you see a video on, hey, care home that is recruiting thousands of people, look, you need to be very wise. And that's why you see that I love those people that watch my videos, because you're the wisest people on this platform, because you're understanding the how, and the nitty-gritty rather than being focused on the superficial aspects that are going to lead you to nothing. So, in fact, I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough with the impact that this is having. If you're watching this and you're still out of the UK, look, you're very lucky. You're very fortunate. If you're wanting to pay somebody to move to the UK, please save your money, because 99% of people right now, as we speak, that are charging to bring people to the UK don't have any jobs. They don't have any contracts. They've got 0 hours for you to do whatsoever, which means that you're going to get to the UK. Yes, you're going to get a legit visa to get to this country, but you have no job when you get here. Look, people don't realize how stressful this is. People don't realize the impact that this is going to have on you and your family, not only now, but even later on in the future. So please, before you sell your property, before you sell land, before you borrow money from the bank, from a credit union, from relatives, or your life savings, you need to save up that money so that when you get to the UK the legit way, obviously, I've done extensive videos on this, then you can use that money to put, a down deposit, I don't know, for a house, for example, for a mortgage, to buy a house, to buy your car, to settle in the UK, to pay your rent for the first few months. There's a lot you can do with that money. So what is really happening is, people paying to come to the UK through companies that have no jobs. And by the way, in case you're wondering who I am, my name is Melvis. I'm very passionate about this carer thing because I started my own UK journey as a carer as well. So I started by working as a carer in a nursing home. I decided that I wanted to do more, and so I studied nursing as an international student in the UK, graduated with a first-class degree, in nursing, and then I went on 5 years on to becoming an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing position. So that is what I do currently. I work for the NHS here in England. I have a private career coaching program where I offer personalized guidance with getting free visa sponsorship opportunities, legit employers. How do you apply? What are they looking for? How should you position your application? What about your CV? What about the interview? What questions will they ask you? Or can they ask you, and how are you expected to answer those questions? That is really what you need in order to get a job. And let me tell you, this is not the easy option. I always like to stress this. Joining my coaching program is not the easy option because you have to do the work. You need to understand what the job is about. You need to put yourself forward. You need to do an interview. So yes, it is not a passive process. It is an active process. But like I say, it's for the top 1% of people that understand excellence when it comes to personal and professional development. Because I know that 99.9% of people are going to watch this video and say, Melvis, there you go again. You like to be yapping about this career progression, this doing things the right way. We haven't got time. Why in a haste? We need to get to the UK today. And you're going to go on and pay all of that money. But look, I'm still going to meet up with you at some point and have this conversation about the fact that you need to get a job. You need to apply for jobs the normal way. You need to go through the normal pathways. So if you're interested in my coaching program, you want to check out what it's all about, you want to check the description box below and you're going to see what the program is about, what it's involved. We have weekly live sessions where we go through. You also meet other members of the community, success-driven individuals. You get that support from other people. You get a perspective from others. And you also share in those experiences so that you're making the best choices. Because if you're out of the UK, there are people in the program that are already in the UK, obviously, at different stages of their journeys. And so that's also going to help you, to position yourself and also career progression. Because yes, it's not only about coming to the UK, but what do we do with ourselves when we get to this country after we've left our homes, after we've left the comfort of our families to move to this country? So those are really the things that I'm interested in. But like I say, my videos and my program and all of the things that I do, they're really only for the top 1%. Because if you don't appreciate excellence, it's going to be very difficult to get what I'm talking about or where I'm coming from. And I know that very few people, obviously, see this perspective. I completely get that, and that is fine. So that's what I'm about. And like I was saying, when you are looking for a job, there are two things. You can either have delayed gratification, which is where you're kind of delaying the pain and suffering of applying for a job to go for an easy option, but then end up in a more difficult situation later where you have to go through so much, trauma while you're applying for jobs. Because what is happening is that when the Home Office finds out, obviously, that particular company is charging candidates to come to the UK, they're going to cancel, obviously, revoke their license, and then cancel everybody's visa. They're going to send you a letter and say, look, Melvis, you've got 60 days to be in the UK, or you need to switch to another company. Otherwise, you will need to leave. Let me tell you, finding a legit UK employer within 60 days, applying for a job, doing an interview, getting a successful offer, applying for visa sponsorship, and everything within 60 days is not easy when you're doing it the legal way. That's what I'm saying. When you're doing it legally, it is not easy to complete all of that process in 60 days. And so this is the situation that thousands of carers in the UK have found themselves in. As I'm doing this video, there are many people that are going to be watching this that are in this situation. What you need to do is be applying for jobs, take the time to understand the how. How do I apply for jobs? How does the process work? What are UK employers looking for? That's the information that you need. And like I said, this is the information that is boring, that nobody wants to go through, nobody wants to have a look at, but it is what you need. And I really do appreciate the efforts for those people that take time to go through videos like this that are really talking about the how, how do you apply? How do you proceed? What are they looking for? How should you position yourself? What about your CV? What about the different jobs that are available? What are the requirements? What should you not include? Because it's not only about what you should include in your application, it's what should you not include. And as somebody that I go through so many CVs, what I've realized is that there's a lot of things that people are including, adding to the CVs that should not be there. And when you're recruiting from the perspective of a UK employer and you see that candidate that has something that I say, oh my God, this is not acceptable. Why are they having this? Look, you don't even think twice. You just push the TV to the side, carry on with the others because you've got an influx of applicants anyway. So the reason I'm sharing this and taking it the hard way is that you're aware, and if this helps one person to get out of that situation, then it's been successful, because it is about you knowing what is going to happen to you when you get to this country with your family and you find that there is no job for you. Not only will it be the fact that there's no job for you, but you're at risk of deportation from the UK. That is a lot worse. That is a lot worse. One of our nurses right now, our carers, obviously, is a nurse back home, but working as a carer in the UK. Her husband has had a visa in the UK, in back home with the kids. They're about to join her in the UK, but she has received a letter saying that the license has been revoked from the sponsor. So what do you expect this nurse to do? How should she proceed? The husband is about to come from home. She's got no visa. It is a very distressing situation. Please don't put yourself in this situation. Make sure you're doing things the right way. You're taking the pain to apply for those jobs. Check out this other video right